What's up, you guys? Welcome to my channel and this video. Now, we're going to be having some fun today. We're going to be talking about something other than sports. Going to be talking about music and more especially about, my favorite band of all time, Metallica, as I've given myself the extremely difficult task of ranking my top 5 Metallica albums into order. As I said, it's going to be super difficult because I love all of the albums very much, but let's give it a try and see how it goes. So just shortly, what is my history with this band that I love so very much? Well, basically, to put it in a very, very short version, here it's these days I'm a pretty versatile guy when it comes to listening to music. I listen to various different artists, various different genres, and I'd say that I've always been very musical. I like listening to music. I enjoy going to festivals and concerts, seeing live musical performances. I enjoy that very much. And also I've enjoyed playing music myself. I've played the guitar for, I think it was like 8 years under an actual guitar teacher, very actively, once or twice a week. And then since then, I haven't done it now in the last, 5-6 years, but I still do have my guitar and I still do occasionally play it just by my own. I don't have a teacher as such. So that's kind of my background from playing music. I've also done some rapping just for the fun of it. I've never actually recorded any rap. I've never written my own songs or anything like that, or my own lyrics, but just for the fun of it, some rap songs that I enjoy listening to, I've sometimes doubled them. So I guess playing the guitar and rapping are the two things that I've done myself, but more than anything, I've always enjoyed listening to music. But back when I was a kid, my musical taste wasn't as versatile as it is today. I mean, if today I'm listening to basically anything, EDM, hip hop, pop, rock, metal, even like things like reggaeton, like just throw it at me, and if it's music and it sounds nice, it's great. And different kind of situations for different kind of music, as you probably can understand. But yeah, when I was a kid, it was really so much more simple. Basically, my musical taste when the first MP3 players came out, we're talking about maybe age 10 to 15, something like that. My musical taste was very simple. My musical taste was basically Metallica. It wasn't even just one genre of music, it was actually just one artist, one band. Every time I was listening to music, it was always listening to Metallica. Maybe the albums might have changed here and there, and of course listening to different songs, but yeah, there were some years of my life when I just listened to one artist. So before we do the rankings, let's just quickly run through the albums for those who don't remember or don't know. So Metallica was founded in San Francisco, and they released their debut album in 1983, the album titled Kill 'Em All. In 84, their second album was called Ride the Lightning, and then that was followed by Master of Puppets in 1986 and Justice for All in 1988. Now those four form what is called the thrash metal albums from Metallica, at least at that point. In 91, they released the album called Metallica, which is nicknamed usually as the Black Album, and then a small hiatus in between, after which they released two albums in very short consequence. First, Load in 1996, and then Reload in 1997. Once again, another hiatus after that, and in 2003, Metallica came back with Saint Anger. Saint Anger probably is the most different album to all the others, and pretty widely is recognized as perhaps having the production value a little bit off. Everybody can be their own judge to that, but the drum sounds were a little bit funny on Saint Anger. After that, it was Death Magnetic, released in 2008. Quite a big leap in terms of production value and also the sound in general that they did compared to Saint Anger. And then in 2016, Metallica released their most recent album to date, titled Hardwired to Self-Destruct. These are the 10 studio albums that have been completely written and recorded by Metallica themselves and their production team alone. So as you can see, I left out the so-called special albums like Garage Inc., which is a cover album where Metallica play other bands' cover songs, and then Lulu, the album they did in cooperation with Lou Reed, as well as the S and M albums, which there's actually 2 of them now, and these are albums where Metallica, together with the San Francisco Orchestra, they play songs that they already have recorded before. So let's get to business, guys. Out of these 10 studio albums, I'm going to be ranking my top 5. And once again, for people who love Metallica just as I do, don't take this too seriously. Just some fun and games here. So let's start with number 5. Number 5 is probably the most difficult one in a way, because I love all 10 albums and I think all of them have great music, but this 5th spot here for me makes that limit between who makes the top 5, which albums make the top 5 and which don't. But when I think about this, it's gonna be between... It's actually going to be between the 2 most recent albums, Hardwired to Self-Destruct and Death Magnetic. And it's very close. There's absolutely nothing between these albums to divide them, but I'm going to go with number 5 being Death Magnetic. And yeah, I didn't say the criteria earlier, but the criteria is just best albums in terms of which albums have the most enjoyable music to listen to. So I've kind of haven't gone too much on the production value, mixing sounds side of it, because that would be a different conversation. And also, obviously, if you went with cult value, entertainment value, then you would always have Kill 'Em All as the first one, because it's just a legendary album, and that's where it all started. So yeah, this is just kind of the pleasure of listening list. Metallica album number 4. This is difficult, but I think, well, all of these are difficult, but I think this was actually kind of the easiest call, because I'm drawing a certain kind of line in terms of the musical approach here. So we had Death Magnetic in 5th place, and 4th place goes to Black Album, which is, in other words, Metallica. That's the official name for it. An awesome album, and yeah, I actually forgot to lift one song out of the Death Magnetic one, but I thought from each album I'd give you one song that is kind of a quiet favorite, meaning that it's not that much, it's not that popular a song, and it's not a hit, because, you know, the hit songs everybody knows and they are awesome. So I'm just going to give you a kind of black horse from each album, and I'd say from Death Magnetic it's a song called Cyanide, and from the Black Album, Metallica, it is, there's many good options there, but it's The God That Failed. Go and listen to that one. Right, so we get to the top 3, and this is where things get very, very difficult, because I kind of always knew what the 3 albums would be in my top 3, but it's just putting these in order against one another is what's difficult. All of these 3 have such amazing songs, but I'm gonna go with the criteria of which albums have like the bigger amount of awesome songs, if that makes sense. And I'm going to rank And Justice for All as my number 3 favorite Metallica album. It's basically good enough to be number 1. It really is, but it's just, you know, in this game that I'm playing here, I have to rank them. So number 3, And Justice for All from '88, and my black horse, my honorary mention for a song here is going to be The Shortest Straw. What an amazing song that is. And guys, we have made it to the top two. Now, I thought this was going to be fun, but it is fun, but it's also getting really tense here. Once again, just like with And Justice for All, I definitely do know which albums these two are, but it's just, I don't know how to make a difference between them. It's kind of a Death Magnetic against Hardwired situation here. There's just nothing between these albums. I love both of these albums so much, but again, if I really have to squeeze this one out, I'm going to go with number two. Second spot goes to Ride the Lightning from '84, and what an absolute cracking album that is. You know, you have the hit songs like Fade to Black, For Whom the Bell Tolls, Creeping Death, of course, Ride the Lightning, the song itself. And out of the songs that aren't that famous, I'd say, I mean, it has many hits, this one, but I'd say that my honorary mention is the opening track, Fight Fire with Fire. What a song. We get to album number one, so the winning position this time goes to Master of Puppets from '86, the legendary album. Obviously, a name that is very familiar for people, even some people who don't listen to Metallica. And the title song of the album, named Master of Puppets, obviously is one of the biggest hits that Metallica has in their entire discography. And it's a banger at every concert that they play. Once again, out of Master of Puppets, it's kind of difficult to name a black horse because it's one of those albums where it's just like, for people who listen to Metallica, it's like hit after hit after hit. So it's one of those albums that has more hits in it. But I'd say if the three hits from this album are the opening track Battery, Master of Puppets, and Welcome Home, Sanitarium, then my black horse for this album is The Thing That Should Not Be. That is an amazing track, and it's again one of the ones that are perhaps, I wouldn't say underrated, because there's so many good songs that, you know, you're always going to have that situation where others are more popular than others, but it definitely is one of the songs that hasn't got that much recognition, isn't that famous a track, but it's an amazing track. So there you go, to round it up, it's fifth place Death Magnetic, fourth Metallica, aka the Black Album, third And Justice for All, second Ride the Lightning, and my favorite Metallica album of all time, Master of Puppets. Before closing this up, I just want to say to Metallica, thank you so much for inspiring millions, including myself. Thanks for your amazing art, and congratulations on a magnificent career. Obviously, there's still more to come. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to get notifications whenever a new video appears, as well as give me your feedback via whichever channel you want, and check out the social media links in the description below. I hope you had a great time. I definitely did, and I'll talk to you very soon with a new video. Cheers, guys.